The Montana sky bled orange as dusk settled over Willow Creek, the air thick with the threat of a storm. Lucas Harrow stood on the porch of his mother's ranch, his boots rooted to the worn wood, eyes fixed on a black SUV creeping up the dirt road. Its tinted windows swallowed the fading light, hiding the faces inside. Thunder growled in the distance, but it wasn't the weather that set Lucas's jaw tight. His hand brushed the knife at his belt, its weight a quiet vow. 2 days ago, his mother, Evelyn, had called, her voice sharp with unease. "Trouble," she'd said. "Not the kind you'd expect." Now, as that SUV idled just beyond the gate, Lucas knew this wasn't about stray cattle or a sagging fence. This was a fight dressed in paperwork, and it wanted the only home he'd ever known. Lucas had flown in a Bozeman the pre-VYS night, his duffel slung over one shoulder, his gut heavy with instinct. At 92, Evelyn Harrow was a force sharp as a tack, her eyes still fierce despite the years. When she'd mentioned trouble on the phone, Lucas pictured a coyote prowling too close or a gatepost splintered by wind. He was wrong. The ranch was too quiet when he pulled up, the kind of stillness that prickles your neck. No crickets, just the wind hissing through dry grass like a warning. Evelyn stood on the porch, clutching a plain envelope, her hands steady but her eyes wary. "They say my barn's out of code," she said, passing it to him as he climbed the steps. Her voice was calm, but it carried a blade's edge. Lucas tore it open, expecting a county notice. Instead, he found a single page of legal jargon words like non-compliance, reclassification, and seizure. Tucked behind, it was a grainy photo of Lucas walking the northern fence line last month, his silhouette unmistakable. No stamp, no postmark, just surveillance. "This isn't about the barn," he said, his thumb tracing the photo's edge. "Someone's watching us." Evelyn nodded, her lips tight. "They want the land, Lucas. All of it." That night, he walked the perimeter like his father, Thomas, used slow, eyes scanning the dark. The stars were sharp, but the shadows felt alive. Near the back gate, he stopped. Boot prints. Deep, fresh, not his. Not Evelyn's. Someone had been here, moving quiet, scoping the place with purpose. He crouched, tracing the tread. Too clean for a drifter, too bold for a neighbor. He kept it from Evelyn for now. She didn't need the weight. The next morning, Lucas was fixing a latch on the barn when a metallic clink broke the silence. Not the wind. His hand grazed the knife as he circled the building, steps silent. By the side door, he found the padlock snipped clean, its loop glinting in the dirt. Inside, nothing was missing, but the air felt wrong, like someone had left their mark. He scanned the rafters, half expecting eyes in the gloom. Nothing. But someone had been here, breathing where they shouldn't. Over coffee, he showed Evelyn the photo. She went still not scared, just focused, like a hawk spotting prey. "They're circling," she said. "Testing us." "Bluffing?" Lucas asked. She shook her head. "Not with boots like those." That night, at 11:15 p.m., Lucas watched from the upstairs window as another SUV plate crept up the road. It parked beyond the gate, engine humming, lights off, like a predator waiting. After 2 minutes, it slunk away. Lucas didn't sleep. He cleaned his father's old rifle, the one Evelyn kept above the mantel. Unloaded for now. The next afternoon, trouble didn't sneak, it roared. 2 SUVs tore up the driveway, dust swirling like smoke. 3 figures stepped out, moving like they drilled it. Navy polos, cargo pants, boots polished to a gleam. One carried a tablet, one a body camera, the third a crowbar gripped like a weapon. They didn't knock. They fanned out, one toward the barn, one toward the fence, crowbar guy planting himself in front of the porch. Lucas stepped outside, his shadow long in the sun. "Afternoon," he said, voice calm, eyes hard. No answer. "You're trespassing," he called. Tablet, guy didn't look up. "Willow Creek compliance. Authorized inspection." Lucas smirked. "Not here." Crowbar guy grinned, his grip tightening. "Rules apply everywhere." Lucas stepped closer, his voice low. "You brought clipboard rules to a knife fight. Touch that barn, I touch your throat." Camera guy piped up, his lens glinting. "You're on camera." "Good," Lucas shot back. "I want the footage for court." Then Evelyn appeared not with tea, but with Thomas's rifle, its barrel resting against the porch post. Unloaded, but they didn't know that. Her house shoes scuffed the wood as she stared them down. "Get off my land," she said, each word a bullet. Their faces tightened, not scared, but recalculating. They backed off, piling into their SUVs, tires spitting gravel. Lucas watched them go, his pulse steady but his mind racing. This wasn't over. That night, a new envelope appeared in the mailbox, not mailed, just placed there. Inside was a county record, backdated, stamped, claiming the ranch was zoned for pro-VY sinal occupancy. In plain English, they were building a case to steal it. Evelyn read it in silence, her eyes distant, like she saw the future creeping closer. Across the valley, new lights flicker, developer money staking claims. Lucas leaned close. "Not this ranch. Not while I'm here." The next time they came, it was war. 3 SUVs rolled in at dawn, doors swinging open, a dozen figures spilling out. At the center was a woman mid-40s, blonde hair pulled tight, polo tucked like a uniform. Her name, Lucas would learn, was Cassandra Wells. She carried a tablet like a scepter, sunglasses perched despite the clouds. Her crew spread out measuring tapes, tools, another crowbar. One guy unrolled yellow tape like he was marking crime scene. Cassandra marched onto the porch, her voice dripping authority. "Willow Creek Charter. This property's under reinspection. All structures are subject to re-VYEW." Lucas blocked her path. "They're not." She smiled cold. "You're operating under outdated boundaries. The zoning's changed." "Not legally," he snapped. A drone buzzed overhead, its whine cutting the air. Lucas's eyes flicked up, then back. "Back off." Cassandra didn't blink. "You're obstructing, Mr. Harrow." Evelyn stepped out, her sweater frayed, but her posture deadly. She pointed at the barn. "My husband built that with his hands. No permits, just grit. Want to inspect it? Step over me." Cassandra's smile faltered. Then crowbar guy lunged for the barn. Lucas moved, caught his wrist, twisted hard, slammed him into the porch railing. The crowbar clattered. Another guy big, sloppy, swung wide. Lucas ducked, hooked his leg, kneed his ribs. The man crumpled. Tablet guy bolted for the barn, but Evelyn's cane tripped him into the dirt. "Clumsy," she said, her lips twitching. Lucas turned to camera guy. "Still filming? Good. This is how you don't steal a ranch." Cassandra clutched her tablet, pale. Evelyn pulled a folded letter, the original notice, stamped, returned twice. "You filed false claims," Lucas said. "You trespassed with fake badges. You're done." Cassandra's crew limped away, dust curling like smoke. Evelyn watched them go. "They'll try again." "They didn't come to measure," Lucas said. "They came to break us." It got uglier. 2 days later, Lucas was tightening a fence post when he heard boots 3 sets, fast. He sprinted to the barn, where Evelyn stood cornered by 3 men. One gripped her arm. Lucas didn't yell. He moved. The first didn't see him. Lucas slammed his wrist into a beam, dropping him cold. The second reached for a stun gun, his stance loose. Lucas choked him out, swept his legs. The third froze, young, out of his depth. Lucas yanked him forward, kneed his gut, let him collapse. Evelyn's feed bucket lay spilled, goats nosing the mess. "They grabbed me," she said, voice sharp. Said they were checking stability. Lucas glanced at the heap. "Real worried about safety." Sheriff Carter's truck rolled up, late, with Cassandra riding shotgun, her smirk sharp. She stepped out, eyeing the bodies. "Sheriff, we've got a disturbance," she said, her voice syrupy. "Harrow assaulted my team." Carter squinted. "What happened, Lucas?" "They touched a 92-year-old woman," Lucas said. "I stopped them." Cassandra clicked her tongue. "Violence. That's what happens when you're hiding something." Lucas stepped forward. "Arrest me for protecting my mom from an illegal search." Cassandra rattled off violation, permitted fences, zoning breaches. "You're out of moves." Evelyn cut in. "Want my barn? Bring a warrant." Cassandra's smirk cracked. Her crew slunk off, Carter trailing, no arrests. That night, Lucas dug into county records online. He found Pinnacle Holdings LLC in no office, just parcels snapped up quietly. Theirs was pending acquisition. This was a land grab, dressed in bureaucracy to flip ranches for luxury estates. The Harrow Ranch was the prize. Evelyn caught him at midnight, still at it. Your dad said, if they come for this land, make him pay. Lucas nodded. We won't lose. The zoning board hearing was tense. Cassandra strode in with 2 suits, pitching community enrichment, housing, trails built on stolen dirt. She flashed Pinnacle's drone footage. Lucas countered with tax records, their 1955 charter, and proof Pinnacle was a shell company tied to a shady developer. The room stilled. Then Cassandra held up Thomas's deed. Lucas doesn't own this land, she said. No transfer filed. It's dormant. Lucas's stomach twisted. What if she was right? Evelyn stood, her voice like steel. That land's never been dormant. My husband walked it till he died, and my son's kept alive. The chair leaned forward. Proof, Harrow. Give me 48 hours, Lucas said. Cassandra packed up, smug. Back at the ranch, Lucas tore into the barn's concrete floor, Thomas's hiding spot. His hands bled as he pried up a slab, revealing a lockbox. Inside, a revolver, a flag, a Zippo, and an envelope with Lucas's name. A letter, a deed, a patent signed, dated, filed, but never recorded. Thomas's words hit hard. This land's yours. Don't ask permission. Lucas filed everything by dawn, posting copies online, mailing duplicates to the county. By noon, Pinnacle's office was dark. In court, the Judge Thomas's old friend read the deed aloud. Cassandra's lawyer argued a missed deadline, but Lucas's surveyor's report shut them down. A Denver contact linked Pinnacle to Cassandra's cousin, a con man. Her face crumpled. The judge ruled, this land's Harrow. Permanently. Cassandra walked out, silent. Weeks later, Lucas saw her at a gas station, smoking, trembling. She looked at them, not defiant, just empty. Evelyn whispered, don't speak. Lucas didn't. Back home, Evelyn sipped tea on the porch, stars blazing. She'll try again, she said. New name, new game. Lucas nodded. Let her. I've got stronger locks. The quiet wasn't a warning, it was peace, fragile but earned. Lucas knew they were out there, scheming. He welded the gates, left a boot print in the barn's dust, a reminder. This wasn't just land. It was Evelyn, Thomas, Lucas. Next time he'd finish it. If you were the one in this story, how would you react? Would you stand up and fight back, or accept the unreasonable pressure and control from the HOA? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this VY Deo with more people. Your small action gives us the motivation to keep bringing you more intense and engaging stories. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next VY Deo.